The Samsung's next Ultra phone could be getting two of the biggest upgrades Galaxy fans have been asking for: a serious gaming performance jump and, finally, a battery upgrade that doesn't turn the phone into a brick. We're talking about a rumored 2nm Snapdragon chip with a potentially wild GPU leap plus silicon carbon battery tech that could let Samsung pack in more power without making the Galaxy S27 Ultra thicker and heavier. And honestly, if these rumors land, the S27 Ultra might be one of Samsung's most important flagships in years. Alright, so today we're breaking down the early Galaxy S27 Pro and Galaxy S27 Ultra rumors. Nothing here is official yet, so keep that in mind. But the details making the rounds point to two huge areas: graphics performance and battery capacity. First, we've got Qualcomm's next-generation Snapdragon platform, which is expected to arrive on a 2nm manufacturing process. Then there's the battery story, where Samsung may be considering silicon carbon cells for the first time in a Galaxy flagship. The Galaxy S27 Pro and Galaxy S27 Ultra are expected to use Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro processor. That name is a mouthful, I know. But here's the part that matters. This could reportedly be Qualcomm's first smartphone chip built using a 2nm process. In plain English, moving to a smaller chip-making process can improve efficiency and performance. It doesn't guarantee magic on its own, but it gives chip makers more room to push things forward. And according to a leak from Digital Chat Station, the graphics side of these upcoming Snapdragon chips could be a major deal. The report claims the Adreno graphics processors inside both the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 and the higher-tier Gen 6 Pro will use 6 GPU slices, along with what's described as special cache technology designed to make fuller use of the available memory. Now, GPU slices sound super technical, but think of them as parts of the graphics engine working together to render games, animations, and visual effects. More slices don't automatically mean double the real-world speed, because architecture matters too. But the comparison here is what gets people excited. The current Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5's Adreno 840 GPU is reportedly built around 3 slices, the next chips. So, if Qualcomm keeps the basic design of each slice in the upcoming Adreno 845 and Adreno 850 reasonably similar, this could represent a very substantial jump in graphical horsepower over the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 found in the Galaxy S26 Ultra and other premium phones. And that's actually huge, for everyday stuff like scrolling through social media, messaging, or watching YouTube. Today's flagship phones are already ridiculously fast. You probably don't need 6 GPU slices to open your email. But gaming is where a graphics upgrade can really show itself. A stronger GPU could mean more consistent frame rates, better-looking visual settings, and less slowdown during intense scenes. It could also give developers more headroom for demanding mobile games in the years ahead. And that cache detail from the leak is worth watching too. Cache is extremely fast memory located close to the processor. Better cache use can help a chip access the data it needs more efficiently, which can contribute to smoother performance. Of course, the big question is sustained performance. A phone can have an incredibly powerful chip, but if it gets too hot, it may have to pull back performance over time. So the actual Galaxy S27 Ultra experience will depend on more than Qualcomm's silicon. Samsung's cooling system, software tuning, and power management will all matter. Still, on paper, this could be a big step forward for mobile gaming. Qualcomm is expected to unveil the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 family at its Snapdragon Summit in Hawaii next month. Devices with these chips could begin launching in the final quarter of this year, while Samsung's Galaxy S27 series is anticipated in early 2027. So we may get a pretty good idea of this chip's capabilities before the S27 Ultra ever sees the light of day. Now let's talk about the other half of this story. And for a lot of people, it may be the more important one: battery life. Samsung has improved Galaxy Ultra cameras, speed, and AI features over the years, but the battery capacity in its top-tier phones has largely stayed at 5,000 mAh. That's why the Galaxy S27 Ultra battery rumor is getting so much attention. The latest industry chatter suggests Samsung could introduce silicon carbon battery technology in its next Ultra flagship. This type of battery has a higher energy density than traditional lithium-ion cells. Essentially, it can store more energy in a similar amount of space. That creates a very appealing possibility: a larger battery without having to make the phone physically larger. And according to the speculation, Samsung could increase capacity by around 700 mAh compared with the prior generation while using silicon carbon technology. Now, 700 mAh isn't some absurd overnight transformation, but paired with better energy density and potentially a more efficient 2nm chip, it could add up to meaningful battery life gains. Okay, so here's where it gets interesting. Samsung could potentially keep the same general thickness and weight, or maybe even reduce them, despite fitting in a bigger battery. That is the dream. More endurance, no bulky compromise. But if silicon carbon batteries are so promising, why haven't Samsung and Apple already adopted them? Reliability: this technology is still newer within the smartphone space than standard lithium-ion battery designs. And when you're a company shipping hundreds of millions of phones, you can't just chase bigger specs. You have to think about durability over years of charging, long-term performance, manufacturing consistency, and customer trust. That cautious approach is understandable. A survey included in these reports found that more than 77% of respondents want Samsung to use silicon carbon batteries in the Galaxy S27 Ultra. Clearly there's demand, but about 9.4% said Samsung should wait until the technology has a more established track record. And that's a fair point. Battery technology is one category where move fast and see what happens is not a great product strategy. Samsung could also take the safer route, stick with conventional lithium-ion cells, and simply enlarge the battery. The problem is physics. More capacity using the same battery chemistry generally means more physical space. That could result in a thicker, heavier phone. And not everybody wants that. Around 13.3% of survey respondents said they'd prefer a lighter, more comfortable phone rather than accept additional weight for a bigger battery. That makes sense, especially when you consider the current Galaxy S26 Ultra. It already has a massive 6.9-inch display and weighs roughly 214 grams. It's already a very large premium phone. If Samsung adds capacity using a standard battery design, thickness could go beyond 7.9 mm and the weight could climb even further. For someone who uses their phone all day, gaming, filming, navigating, reading, watching content, a few extra grams can absolutely make a difference. So silicon carbon isn't just about a bigger number on a spec sheet. It could be Samsung's way of avoiding a worse design compromise. The Galaxy S27 Ultra is still a rumor at this point, but the direction is exciting. A possible 2nm Snapdragon chip with a dramatically upgraded Adreno GPU could make this a monster for mobile gaming. And silicon carbon battery tech could finally help Samsung move past the long-standing 5000 mAh ceiling without turning the Ultra into an even bigger slab. There are still plenty of unknowns though. Price, storage options, carrier availability, enterprise edition support, and software support commitments for the S27 lineup. Samsung currently offers 7 OS upgrades and 7 years of security updates for the S26 series, but it hasn't confirmed anything for these future models. For businesses planning a 2027 phone refresh, those details will matter just as much as the hardware. But for regular users, the big question is simple. Would you rather see Samsung take the risk on silicon carbon batteries or stick with the proven approach? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more Galaxy S27 leaks, Snapdragon coverage, and no hype tech breakdowns, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.